just go to it. All right, thank you so much. All right. And then for problem statement and solution, you just need to use a medium time. So which means that it is not long enough and under 1 minute. So the time that I would like to suggest is 30 seconds and 30 seconds. So for this green color time, it is the longest short period of time that you can take for you to explain about this particular details, which is first, you need to have an impressive demo. And then second, you need to have your competitor analysis. Third, your business model, and then your market potential. And lastly, you need to close it with your who are the members who are actually doing this thing with you. So for your quick introduction, just keep it short. So no need to spend time too long to tell who you are, because you are still startup and this is still an idea. So just state your name and from which startup. So this is like an example. Hi, my name is Anik and this is U Ventures. You start your video like that, okay? Before you start your what we call that your explanation about your idea, the first thing that you need to do is you need to have your quick introduction, which is this, okay? So people will actually understand, oh, this guy is from here, this guy is from here, okay? Next, your problem statement. You need to make them understand. So if your problem that you are going to settle with your solution is a new problem, you need to make them see the light, okay? The opportunity of that problem, which means that this is something that we're saying like Apple, we're saying like Elon Musk, what they are doing. So there are opportunities because the problem is still not there, but they are creating the problem and then they offer the opportunities to the users. So that's how you are going to make them see the light, okay? See the opportunities and how far can you go beyond. And then if you are going to settle a current problem that is, right now is existing, so you need to make them feel the pain, okay? You need to make them believe there are needs, there are challenges, and there are gaps need to be filled for the solution, for the problem. And your solution is the best for them to use in order to fill up those challenges. So the work frame for to make a problem statement is the what, the who, and what is your issue. Okay, that's all for the framework for problem statement. Do not tend to make a long problem statement and do not tend to settle many problems, because the best startup, because you're still startup, the best word to put it up is if you cannot settle one problem, how would you how can you settle list of problems? So just settle one by one first, choose the best problem and settle that one, okay? Because one solution only can be make work for one problem, right? And then only after that, after you have actually practical it, okay, the solution, you have been tested it, and then you validated it, and then people who are going to give your feedback to you feedback about your solution. So they're saying that, oh, your solution can be used to this. Oh, your solution can be used this. So you are now trying to explore what what are the other problems that your solution can solve. But right now, choose one, because you are still on your ideation stage. So we don't want to see that you are trying to talking about moons and stars, right? So we don't want that. So we want to be practical and reality, because you need to remember the best aid will actually will present your idea in front of industries and also the key stakeholders. So please make sure your idea is practical enough. And then for your solution, so what you need to have is that you need to give them a heads up only, okay? A simple explanation on what is your solution. So in Uventure, what we provide is that we provide an online youth employment hub to equip youth with industrial experience and future work environment. So what you can see is that we're trying to say about what are the benefits, what are the easiness of life if people are using us as a solution. So we show to them as in a simple word. And then what you need to have in your solution also is that highlight briefly the key benefits for your solution, that you are providing. So this is one of example why us we offered infinite opportunities to youth through track and development, networking, and also upskilling. So remember, the framework for solution is only what, the who, plus the solution, and what are the key benefits. That's all. Okay. You don't need to teach them on how does it work yet, because we are going to show to them after this. So for your solution, it is just a simple explanation. Okay. So if you guys have any question, just raise up your hand and I will try to explain on the spot, because I don't like to explain after this because it is not relevant. The slides is gone, right? Okay. Next is impressive demo. So basically, people, I have received a few WhatsApp message asking me on how the prototype going to be. Do we need to build it as perfect to be submitted during the 1st October? Okay, for your impressive demo, what you need to have is that only a screenshot of your prototype. Okay, so I believe that yesterday you have learned enough about OpenVino and how to use it, and also it is open for others. If you are going to use another software, we leave it to you guys if it gives you more easiness in that term. So you need to make sure that you take a screenshot of your prototype, and the important thing is you need to show the journey from the start. Okay, so your idea is still new, people didn't know about it and they didn't know how to use it. Okay, so you need to make them feel, see, and hear what are the things that they are going to have when they are using your solution. So this is what we call impressive demo. You just need to screenshot your customer journey from the start. Okay, so this is what we have a screenshot on our MVP, the service information, the customer details. So you need to show the customer journey. So show the first thing is your interface, and then when they click maybe login, what will happen? What will happen? And then what's next? What's next? What's next? Okay, show them that thing. Okay, and how does your solution solve the problem that you have stated? Okay, there's need to be a link. Okay, I don't want to see a solution and when the impressive demo it has no relation between the solution and also your problem, so it will not be relevant. So make sure your solution is really solve the problem. Okay, next one. You need to have your competitor analysis. Okay, tell them why you are better. So what are competitor analysis? You need to identify your competitors' strength and weakness based on the values you are competing. Okay, so basically you need to find maximum 3 companies that are doing the same thing that currently your idea is heading to. So you need to identify them and then identify their strength and weakness. So zoom into their weakness and then you try to fill up the gaps that they are not filling up yet, because the best thing for you to do is to actually cover all these gaps that the current solutions right now are not covered yet. So identify your competitors, and these are the 3 key points that the investor will see, the stakeholders will see on if you are doing a solution which is currently fighting with current alternatives right now. So which means that if you're doing something that need to compete with Grab or LinkedIn or Mau Kerja, so you need to have what are the best quality that you have to show that your solution is better than theirs. So these are the 3 things that the stakeholders, the key stakeholders, the industries love to hear, which is first, faster. Okay, why your solution is faster than the current alternatives? Better. Why your current solution is better than current alternatives, and also cheaper. But need to be remind, I will like to remind all of you, do not choose cheaper, because it is hard for you to actually increase up your price after this, because people have known you as a cheaper solution. So if one day you are going to give them a premium price, you will lose your customers, because they love that cheap thing. Okay, so my suggestion, if you are doing somewhat a same solution like current alternatives right now, So use two things only, faster and better. Okay, try to zoom in their weakness and give this faster and better in that term. Right? And then clearly show the difference between your solution and other alternatives. That's all for your competitor analysis. So business model. Okay. This is another thing that students or participants actually love to do. Something that weird because we didn't understand why you are doing that thing. Okay, so business model is not your BMC. A business model is how do you make money. Okay, need to remind all of you guys again and again. Business model is how do you make money. Okay, clarify how many business model that you have. So here I put like 6 examples of business model that are currently being used by all the industries out there. So there are marketplace, subscription, on demand, freemium, ad supported, and also affiliate. So how does marketplace work? If you look into a solution that somehow somewhat works like mudah.com or Carousel or Alibaba or Shopee, Lazada, use marketplace. It is a business model that you are using marketplace business model. And then if you are looking on solution that somehow somewhat looking same like Netflix, you can use subscription. On demand, if you're doing something like Grab or Food Panda, all those things that are acquiring a short minimum of time and also steps for user to actually have your solution and then give you the money. So use on demand. And then freemium, we have like games, movies, and everything else. Ad supported, ad supported, we only make them make money by only showing ads, and then also affiliate. So one of the important thing that you need to have besides business model, okay, you need to decide how many business model that will actually happen during after the user have actually used your solution. So you need to choose how many business model that you have, and then you need to actually do some research. Okay, this is the market potential theory and practical data. So basically, key stakeholders and also industries didn't like to see something that is not practical. So you need to have a real data. We are going to give you, okay, just information for you guys. We are going to give you guys a breakout room after this, which is we are going to open up till 5 p.m. where you can work on this project with your team members. So make sure to fill up all the slides with practical data. Yeah. So this is on how you are going to do your market potential. So basically, when you are doing market potential, the terms that are actually being used are TAM, SAM, and SOM. So total addressable market, sustainable addressable market, and SOM. Okay, so what are these things? These 3 things. Okay, simply to put, TAM is that the potential, the infinite potential for your product. Okay, what are the dreams of for you? Okay, how to actually recognize the users or the market for your product is that you can just search, okay, the key terms for your solutions in Google, and you can search how many users that are currently facing the same problem that your solution is actually solving. So you can see how many numbers there. And then for your TAM, you can say like in your venture, our TAM is in East Asia. So we are going to target 90 million only. And then youth in Malaysia for our SAM, which is 15.1 million. And then Malaysian university students is our SOM, which is in 2 years, we are going to acquire this amount of number, which is 1,343,830. So these are the amount that are practical enough for you to chase in 2 years. So you need to show the numbers that you maybe you know your practicabilities. Okay, so why we have TAM, SAM, and SOM is that SOM, the investors want to see that where are you right now. Okay, so why they need to see your TAM is that they want to see your market potential. So that's why they need these things. But another data that is needed for this hackathon also, we need to see in a year how many students that you are going to acquire in terms of your SOM. So in your SOM here, you have put it here. So say that you are going to target like 30% of your SOM. So how much is that in 1 year? You need to actually create your own persona. Okay, persona. What is persona? Persona is actually a visual an imagination of your customer. Okay, that you have. So this is not our imagination. This is a practical data. This is one of our students. His name is Pablo. So 30% of a million is 403,149 students. He's an ACCA student volunteering and love to search for out of uni programs. So these are the practical data that we are using right now to show our market potential. So remember to really do your research and then be this practical, because the investors would like to ask very practical numbers to you guys. The last part is that you need to put who are the best guys behind you. So this is one of the template that I'm using. So you can just put it like this and then put what are they doing right now, if your students in which course, and then what is your experience and why you are going to do that solutions. The best is that your experience is actually contributing to the investment of your solutions. Okay. So before we go in deep on how to create a video, on how you are going to do why video and everything else, I would like to ask if you guys have any questions, please raise up your hands, because I will not explain again about the pitching and everything else. So if you have any questions about any of these details, please ask now. Mohammed Al-Ganzuri, do you need to speak something? Oh, okay. Any questions from the floor? If you if you're shy, you can just put it in the chat box. So if you don't have any questions, I believe that everyone is crystal clear about on how to do this. Quick introduction, problem statement, solution, in privacy demo, competitor analysis, business model, market potential, and team. Remember, all these things you need to explain in only 5 minutes. And to make it easier for you, I have put the time color, so just follow the time color. If you don't have any questions, we are going to proceed with the next sites. No question 1, no question 2, no question 3. Okay. So let's proceed. So why we are going to use video pitch? Okay, this thing is like an emerging thing right now. And yep, how much should we focus on marketing side? Marketing side. Okay, wait up. Marketing side. I mean the pitch format. Okay, so if you can see the pitch format here, Anas, can you just open your mic? I think it is easier for you to ask face to face. Anas. Okay, I just assumed that this is, I thought the pitch video is 3 minutes long. All right. Okay. So yes, if okay, I like to explain to everyone first. All right. Why 5 minutes? Why 5 minutes? Okay. The first thing is that why 5 minutes is because your prototype going to be an AI solution. Thus, I believe that the demo will be long enough. So after we have discussed together, and we found that 5 minutes demo pitch is the best format for you to actually use, because there are lots of things for you guys to explain. Okay. So I believe that 3 minutes is not practical for this, because if you're doing it a live session, I think it is practical enough for you to do 3 minutes. But in video format, I believe that 5 minutes is good enough. So where does the another surplus for 2 minutes go is in your impressive demo. Okay, the others is still in your 3 minutes, but in your impressive demo, you need to explain the customer journey when they are using a solution. Thus, you need to show them in a better way or in impressive demo lah, because your idea is still new, right? So they need to see it. So to answer Anas, for your market potential, what you can see from my slides, I just put it simple like that, right? So this is welcome, Winnie. So this is how you are going to do your attempts and some your market potential. So just do some impressive search. Batuk pula. Okay. And then what you're going to do is that just list up according to time Samsung and the numbers that you are going to acquire in 1 year. That's all. So it is not hard enough, just simple data, right? And do it impressive enough. But the thing that you need to actually focus more is your impressive demo, because the best aid, I would like to explain again. We are going to choose the best 8 ideas, and then when you go to Forest City, what you are going to do is not just pitching. You will have your own booth where you need to impressively demo to your visitors on how to use your solution. That's why I would like for you guys to practice enough during this time, okay, which is it is compulsory for you to have an impressive demo in your pitch deck plus your video pitch. Okay, bukan Forest City kita tukar. Okay, I'm sorry, so it's not Forest City. The final place will be UTM. So you are going to pitch live session in UTM. I can see the which one. Okay, that's why we are not going to focus more on technical, because we understand that not everyone have the basic knowledge for this software. So that's why it is ample enough for you guys to have only impressive demo on the customer journey. Okay, we don't want to see the technical part, because when you're doing pitch deck, if you want to explain about the technical side, it will not be a pitching competition anymore. It will be like a presentation demo. Okay. When you are telling more to technical sides, we will acquire a longer time. Okay, that's why we are going to have the final eight to actually present it, and plus to live pitch it during the live session. Okay, during that time it will be different, but during this time we are going to see on the practicability and how simple your solution for the customer to use, and how fast that it can be launched in the industry. Okay, so for the technical part, you can create it now, but when to explain is when we choose you, okay, as the base 8, and then we pick you up to UTM, and then we will going to see the technical part there. Right? So clear? Any other questions? Okay. Welcome, Mohammed Al Ganzuri. So why video? Okay, this is based on the latest data after MCO. Okay, you need to remember all these data that you are going to search. Okay, remember the practicability of the data is only for before MCO, because the data that they have used are actually practical before the new norm. But right now, after the new norm, you can see also in digital marketing, the latest and the more influence thing that people are going to hear more is that in a video format. So digital marketing right now, those guys who are actually doing video in order to send their message to the customers are the best in their digital marketing, because right now video is on top before SEO and also content marketing. So for today purpose, the skills that you are going to acquire, you can do these two things, which means that it is not just for you to use for this hackathon, but also you can practical and do some freelance lah. Okay, don't just waste your talent, right? Sharpen it every day. You can do more videos and then post it in your Instagram and then ask for validation and everything else. Okay. So why video? So it is potential to hold customers' attention on retail sites for 2 minutes longer than average, much higher conversion, and also 80% of customers are more likely to purchase a product after seeing it detailed in a video. So types of video, there are types of video that we actually seeing it day by day now. Okay, so for your pre-edit, okay, these are the things that you need to have. Okay, remember I have stated before, you need to use these 3 formats in doing your virtual pitch video. So for your pre-edit, what you need to have is you need to shoot your raw video. So after this, I will show you on the practical side on how to use smartphones, and also how to use your webcam as your shooting raw video. So the rule that you need to put in mind when you're shooting it is that the rule of thirds, where it helps capture the subject of photo in a way that's pleasing to look at. So why we need space like this besides you is because if you're shooting with your smartphones, the space we are going to put data and images and anything else is here. Okay, the space, the blank space here. So if you're going to use webcam, it is much more easier, but the what we call that, the customability is not there. Okay, it's just what you have there is there, what you need to use, what you can have. So for those who are going to edit using your phone, these are the raw materials pre-edit that you need to use. You can use Canva, which is you can create and produce raw materials, and you can the thing about Uventure is that we love to teach our participants on using a free product. So in Canva, it is free for you to use, but you will have a background. So how to remove it? You go to remove.bg, and then you can remove the background, and you can get a clear PNG picture. And then MP3 juice for you to download music from any source, and also Telegram web if you're editing on your laptop or your PC, and then you want to edit it on your phone. You need to have your Telegram web, because it will not it will not decrease your size, the size of files, because if you're sending it through WhatsApp, it will decrease your files. So editing, we can use iOS Movie for those who are using iPhones, and also Android. You can use INSHOT. It is the best app for me. Okay, I have practically used every apps, and I found out INSHOT is the best. And also this is the easiest way to go, which is Zoom. And then I will run through how to do INSHOT tutorial. Okay, so stop sharing first. Okay, so in Zoom, what you can do is that this is the easiest way before we go to handphones. In Zoom, what you can do is that you can first share screen, share, right? Oh no, I can't share. Okay, in Zoom, that first you can record, which is you can have a good video after you have actually recorded, and you have 45 minutes free, so you can just use Zoom. Plus it enables you to have awesome backgrounds, which you can choose virtual backgrounds. Like right now, I choose our logo here, see? So you can put anything like that. Okay, so how to show your slides? Simple, just share your screen. Okay, and then go there, and then your face will appear up here during the recording session, and also these will be your slides. So it is ample enough, it is good enough for your pitching video, but the customization is not there. But for you to use INSHOT, it is more customizable. Okay, all right. So right now, for your INSHOT tutorial, what do you have is that you have a homepage, and then click no file, and then choose raw materials to use. Once done, click the green button, and then there are lots of things that are enabled for you to do in INSHOT, which is you can adjust your video size, you can add music and effects, add PIP. Okay, this is the most important thing that I love to use in INSHOT, because in other software and apps, they are not giving me this opportunity to use picture in picture. And then plus you can create your own text. So how to adjust your video size? Just go to the canvas and then you can click in the sizes format that you want to use. So for this purpose of virtual pitching, you need to use YouTube format, which is 16:9 the ratio. And then create text is simple as just create text. Okay, here what the best thing in INSHOT is that the 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 font is nice enough, but it is not that many. So you can use what's the best for you. Plus, the most important part is that you can customize and you can put animation through your font, and also you can choose colors. Okay, that's the best part of it. And then also you can add music where it gives you an ample amount of music gallery which you can use, and you don't need to be worried about the copyright, because everything that is provided here is a stock music, so you can just use it. Or you want to choose your own music, you can go to my music and then it will download from your file. And then the first thing that you need to understand is that you need to cut the music before you save it, because if you save it just like that, your video will go blank, but there will still be music there. And this one of the best thing, which is picture in picture. You go to stickers and then you can add on the data that you want to put on the blank space and choose. They will go directly to your gallery, and then you can just resize it by using your two hands. And then the best thing is that you can save in any disk qualities, which is 1080p or 720p. But for this purpose, I would like to inform to you guys, in Malaysia, our TV and everything else is just 1080p. But in YouTube or phones, you can just use 720p, because we are not that large enough, or we don't need to use 4K yet. Okay. And then after that, you can wait for rendering. It is fast. Why I choose phone to edit my video? Because my phone is actually right now 6 gig RAM, so it is just as the same like my laptop. So I choose my phone because it is much more faster. Plus, I can directly share to the platforms that I want to share. Okay. All right. So do we have any other questions from you guys regarding the pitching and also what we need to have during the virtual pitching video?
Hi, sir.
Yes, Ikman.
I'm Arif from Nottingham University. I just have a question. Do we all need to be in the video, like in the group members?
You guys have 5 minutes, right? So maybe what you can do is that the 3 minutes only the presenter, but the 2 minutes when explaining the demo, the technical guys can actually explain on the journey of the customers when you using your solution. Okay, you can
Oh,
have
all right, sure.
as many as you want, but you need to remember 5 minutes only.
Okay, but is it possible to just have one?
Yes. It is much more practical if one person only explain everything.
Oh, okay, all right. Thank you.
Welcome. So any other questions, guys? So after this, yep. Hello,
So hello, I'm Oscar from UTM. I just
Oscar.
want to
Okay.
So I just want to ask because we need to submit the proposal and then the virtual pitch as well, right?
Okay.
So so I will just assume that the virtual pitch is just using the same pitch deck, is it? With the demo.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? So after this, what we are going to do is we are going to learn on how to do your pitch deck. Okay, in a beautiful manner. Okay, we don't want to see a lame pitch deck, because the design is everything right now, because we are doing online, right? So if you cannot tackle their eyes, how are you going to deliver their message, the message to them, right? So wait up. Okay, any other questions from you guys?
Hi sir, it's Arif again. Can we
Yes,
use
Arif.
any apps or recording method
Any apps or recording method? What do you mean by
like
that?
camera and then Adobe Premiere,
Yes, yes,
for
of course.
instance?
What I have explained to you is just in a mode of mobility and how I'm able to do it in a shorter time. So if you want to actually produce a better video, a really extension video, I leave it to you guys because you need to remember the best aid will be chosen by the industries themselves, okay, not us. So the best video will go, okay. So if you want to do it in that way, I will give my support to you guys.
All right, thank you.
Welcome. Any other questions? Okay, after this, we are going to learn on how to use Canva. Yeah. So everyone, get ready with your laptop or phones. So after this, we are going to learn on how to create your pitch deck, which we are going to use Canva. Okay, Canva. What is Canva? A free software. Okay, which you can access just using your website. All right, you can explore. I think most of you actually know about Canva, right? How many of you guys are using Canva in your daily life? Daily life. Can you just show some reaction? Reaction. Any of you guys have used Canva before? Hello? All right. Okay, some of you guys are using it. All right. So, why Canva? Because of there are lots of things that you can do. Okay, why we are actually showing you guys about these skills because you can use it for your own. So you want to do your own social media posts after this, it will be much more better. Okay, so after this, you are going to learn from our creative director, Nurul Amira Azhar. She is very uh, I don't know. She's very bitch about design. Okay, I'm scared to send my idea to her because then I will get criticized because this is not okay. You get ready, yeah, because this is a very garang-garang teacher. So you need to remember all of your slides need to be proper in design. Okay, so she really don't like because the things about eyes, right? So we leave it to her because women tends to know better about design and everything else, right? So in 2 minutes, she will be with you guys. If you guys have any last questions from me regarding pitch deck, regarding pitch video, do ask now. Without further ado, I would like to invite Nurul Amira Azhar. Woohoo!
Hi everyone. How are you guys? All right. So, I'm Mirazaha. I am the founder of Oh My Bay. I am also the creative director for Youth Ventures. So, everything on Youth Ventures, I'm the one who designed it. So, today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to create a very informative and visual pitch deck through Canva. So, I don't have any background in graphic designing. So in the early days when I started learning about graphic designing, I learned it through Canva because Canva is so easy that everyone can design, right? So has anyone here heard of Canva before?
No.
So, yay, okay. You can go to canva.com if you're using a laptop right now, or you can download Canva on your tab or your phone. So can everyone see my screen? Right. Now this is Canva. In Canva, you can design anything, whether it's poster, whether it's social media. You can even, there's a custom dimension option here. You can choose, you can custom the sizes that you want. So in Canva, there's templates, right? If you don't have any idea on how to design your pitch deck, what kind of, there's templates here. Okay, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna give you one example. Now, here is the template, right? First and foremost, for example, you choose this template. First and foremost, before you design anything, you need to know what is your logo, what is your brand color. If it's a project, what is the identity of the color of that project? You need to know the color code, right? So here is all the templates that is given. You can use the same template. So here you just change the colors, the content, the icons. Now, we have a lot of they have a lot of buttons on a lot of features. You can search image here, but I usually use Google image, or I go to Pinterest to find a very nice, or what do you call it, a very nice pictures lah, Tumblr-ish, Instagram-ish pictures. I just go to Pinterest. So icons, okay, it's very important for you to play around with icons. You can find icons on Canva here. You can search all the shapes, you can change the colors. So when I say about changing colors, do not use too much colors in one slide. It's best for you to play around with the color of your logo so that it represents your image. All right? Now, this is other platforms that I use. This is a platform that I use to search beautiful backgrounds or pictures, and flat icon. Okay, now yes, they have icons on Canva, but mind you, there are certain icons that needs to be paid, right? So if the icons that you're searching is not there, so what you can do is you go to flaticon.com. Ta-da! So here, for example, you can edit your icon. You have to register first, but basically you can edit the icon based on the color that you want here. See, there is 3 color palettes, so you can choose. You can put the color code here, the hashtag, and then there's like a bunch of numbers and words. That's the color code. Make sure you know the color code of your logo so that you can use the color code for all your designs, whether it's pitch deck, whether it's social media. Always use the color code of your logo because you want people to remember what you're doing. Now, text and fonts. For text and fonts, it's best for you to not use more than 2 fonts, all right? So here at font, for example, I'm using Glacial. And then here, I just play around with the bold and the italic or underline. Because if you have too many fonts, your design would look a little bit messy, right? If you want to use the third font, it's best for you to use two font, but the third font needs to be in the same family tree. In the same family tree means this tree lah, the bold, italic, the underline. All right. Do not use so many font design. Now, if you don't have any idea for how to, design your font, what font to choose, there's also templates for font. If you click the text here, then down here, this is all the templates that you can use. You can change the color, you can change the words, right? Canva is very easy. Now, these are some of the examples that you can play around with fonts. When I use a solid background, which is a dark solid background, I prefer to use white as my color because I want the message to pop up, right? Now, okay, this is I don't know what it's called. I forgot what it's called. But for example, this is where you play with the size of the font. You put the biggest size of the font where you want to focus on that thing, and smaller font for something that is basically put something. Put the bigger font to enhance the message that you want to deliver, right? To catch people's eyes. So yeah, for example, for this picture, it's milk. So as you can see there, there's milk. So they focus on the word milk. Now, playing with layering in designing is very important. So layering is whether you want to put your element on the top or at the bottom. Right? There's forward, there's backward. This is how you play around with the elements. You can all elements, whether it's text, whether it's image, play around with this. So you know which one to put at the front and which one to put at the back. All right. Now, colors. When choosing color for anything, most importantly is your logo, first and foremost. So when choosing something that represent you, make sure you know what's the meaning behind the colors, right? Later on, I'll show you some of the examples that I designed, why I choose that particular colors. So these are some of the examples. There's a lot more if you do the research about colors when you want to choose the color of your company or startup. Now, in designing, it's important not to use more than 4 colors. All right. If you use more than 4 colors, the other color overpower your brand color code, the brand image. So you don't want that. If you want to use the 4, it's best actually to use just 3 colors. All right. If you want to use the 4th color, make sure the 4th color is just like 10% out of all the color code, the main color. Because if not, like I said, it will overpower the brand color, and it will not represent you anymore. Why I said color is very important, this is because as you can see, Grab, whenever you see Grab's poster, whenever you see, Grab's logo, it's gonna be that green and that, the G symbol, the G word. So yeah, whether they're designing their poster, whether they're designing their social media content, advertisement, anything, it's always that specific color code. So in Canva, how you want to know your color code, you just click on the color above, and then down here, there's a bunch of colors. You can set your brand colors on Canva. So as for Youth Ventures, this is the color code that I use to design anything. So whenever my team want to design their slides or my team want to design their content, they'll just be using the color code that I've set for them, right? So as you can see, the hashtags here, these are the color code, right? If the number changes, the shade of the color changes. So make sure you save your color code. So if you want to change it down there, if you want to know what is the color code down there, there's the hashtag and numbers. This is the color code. So as you can see, whenever you move around the color, it changes shades, right? So make sure you save the color code, and do not use more than 4 colors. Now, for in Canva, you can there's filters. You can customize your filters, whether it's blur, whether it's contrast, saturation. You can customize the filters that you want, and then down there's a filter code. So if you want to use the same filter, you can save the filter code and then just copy paste. All right. These codes are very important because you want to synchronize all your designs. Now, you can do transparency like this. Up there at the here, you can play around with the transparency. Okay. This is the position button that I said. Now, infographics. Now, you're building a pitch deck. Make sure do not use so many words inside your pitch deck, because whenever you're pitching in front of people, you want them to focus on you talking. You want them to just grasp the anchor to the slides. You don't want them to read the slide. If they read the slide, they won't be focusing on what you're trying to explain. So that will disrupt their focus. So whenever you're pitching, make sure your slide is as informative as possible and as visual as possible. So in Canva, you can create a graph. Canva will automatically create a graph for you. So this is how you do it. Right. So for example, now here you can name the item. You can put the numbers here, and they will Canva will automatically design the graph for you. You can change the colors here. So as for me, I'll change to this color. Ta-da! It became like a youth venture color image. That's how you play around with the color. That's how you play around with design. Design is very easy as long as you know the concept. If you change this font into this color, see, it already represent Youth Ventures color, and then you just put your logo there. It's important for you to use your brand color, because you want to engrave your image in your audience minds. Whenever they go anywhere, if they see this particular design, this particular symbol and color, they'll automatically remember you. So whenever you design anything, whether it's a pitch deck, whether it's a social media, I'm talking about everything, don't forget to put your logo at the bottom or the corner or the center, wherever. Do not forget to put your logo everywhere. And do not forget to play around with your company color, your brand color. Sorry. Now, that's on graph and logos. Now, you can save if you want to do a presentation. Like mine, what I did was I save as a PDF. I save as if you save as a PDF, they will you will automatically can do a normal slide. Or if you want to save a poster, if you want to print or anything, you can save as an image as a PNG. So the difference between PNG and JPG is PNG is a high quality. So make sure you save as PNG. All right. Now, these are the examples of infographic posters. These are during the early days when I started graphic designing. So I design all this using Canva only. So back then, uh, uh, what I do was, well, until now, what I do is whenever you want to deliver certain points, want to put icon on every each of them, and then down there you're gonna explain what the icon represent in a one line, so that the audience when the audience see your slide, then they're like, oh, she's talking about this, oh, he's talking about this. They automatically know what you're talking about without having to really like squinch their eyes and focus on what you're trying to deliver if there's too many words. So make sure you use icons or use numbers. So basically when I want to represent a target market, or I want to represent a population, I use the female icon instead of graph. I play around with the colors, and then beside that I put a huge percentage, as you can see there, because I want font, because I want people to focus. There's 80% of women. What it is, then they have to, okay, this is, they have to read what it is. But if they don't read this, they still know it's 80% of women, and then they're gonna be listening to you talking. All right. So make sure make sure it's not, it's 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 a lot of visual, play around with visual and icons. I really, really want you to play around with that. And when you play around with icons, make sure you use the icons of your brand color, right? So another format of using an icon. So for example, as you can see on how it works here, there's an icon, there's a title, and then there's the subtitle. So these are actually the best format to describe a point. People know what you're talking about. People can just read at a first glance and then focus on what you're trying to elaborate. That's what you want. Now, that is on infographic, and this is an abstract posters. Usually I use abstract posters for events, for programs. So abstract posters is to attract people's eyes with all the visuals. It's not too, it's informative, but at the same time it's attractive to the eyes. Now, so that is on building, that is on graphic designing. So do you guys have any questions as of now?
I have said that no standard we can create our own skeleton template according to the design advice that you given, right? I cannot hear because you have put your mic.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Okay. What was it? What was it? Sorry.
So for the event, there's no standard template. Each of every group can create their own background template, right?
Yeah, you can do your own template. Make sure your template that you choose from Canva, change it to your logo color. Because you want the templates, yes, you're using template, but you don't want people to see it as a template much. The template needs to represent your image, your branding. Because yes, you're starting like the project, you're starting doing this, but you need to know all this from the start. When you know how to build your image, whether you start anything, you know how to do branding. So these are whenever you design anything, make sure you can use template. I use template all the time, but make sure you change the color code to the brand logo, to the logo color code, so it represent you. Even you as a as a human being, we have like a certain image. Everyone has a different style and it represent them, right? So goes it's the same for any projects, anything that you want to build. If you want people to remember it, design it. The color is very important. Design it as you as possible. All right, any more questions? If you guys don't have any more questions, I'll pass the mic to Anik. All right, no more. Oh, wait. Oh, it's okay. Okay, no more. All right, thank you guys. If you guys have any questions, you can ask after this. I'll pass the floor to Anik. Thank you.
Can we have your email?
Email? Okay, I'll put on the chat box after this. Right.
Thank you.
All right.
Can admin help to mute somebody's mic?
Hi guys. Okay, welcome back to University Open Virtual Hackathon. So right now we have Mr. Taufik from IRDA. So he will answer all of your